This is my honest used gear review of the Pod K8 knee braces. This is the first version of the K8, and now the version 2 has been out for a while. However, these are still great braces. So first off, I'm a huge proponent of used gear. There's so much quality gear out there for huge discounts if you just look around, and I found these braces on the Adventure Rider forum for $150. So new K8 version 2 is $700 to $800 range plus tax plus shipping. So mine were $150 including shipping, no tax. It's a big discount, lots of overpriced coffees I could buy. Happy about that. But I didn't skimp on safety. The K8 version 1 is still a top of the line brace. Did a lot of research on it, provides lots of protection. And I contacted Pod, and it was nice to know that you can actually upgrade the version 1 to the version 2 by purchasing parts that they have on the shelf. The kneecap protectors, bolt on, the new style hinges, bolt on. I'm not going to be doing that, but it's good to know that I could still do that if I want, and it would still be more cost effective. So as you see me starting to put these on, I'll continue to say that, the other nice thing is that you can replace all the wear and tear parts if needed. My braces came in really good shape with very light use, but the hinges, you can pull them apart. There's a replaceable band in there. They call it the tendon. That is kind of like a spring shock absorber component. You can replace that. So it's good to know that all these parts are available. So let's talk about protection here for a second. The point of the off-road knee braces is to provide the same impact protection as knee pads, but add in protection for hyperextension or hyperflexion of the knee joint and give lateral support. So if you think about, being an athlete, if are planting your foot and cutting to the left or cutting to the right, you put a lot of lateral forces on things. And if something impacts your knee while from the side while you're standing on it weighted, it can strain or tear tendons. And similarly, if you hyperextend it, your knee is locked and then gets pushed past that locked point, you can tear or sprain a tendon, or you can also damage the kneecap and the bones inside. So I'm going to emphasize the word help here because nothing's going to completely prevent the injury. It can only help prevent it. The only real way to prevent it is to not be riding dirt bikes and staying in bed. I guess that's not even 100% guarantee, but you would up your odds significantly. But I know there's a lot of debate about the knee brace versus knee pads, and I don't want to go into it too much. But I will say that, just make your decision based on your skill level, based on the type of riding you do, and based on your health and injury history and your age. I'm 43. I've had a lot of little injuries from doing really simple things. I'm a novice rider. I'm not doing huge jumps, riding motocross, nothing like that. So for me, these braces made a lot of sense. Like I imagine myself slowly riding, planting a foot, and maybe something that would have sprained my knee. These knee pads give me just that little bit of extra support. And the other nice thing I'll step in and say about these is you can actually pop the center kneecap protection off and wear them open. And I do a little bit of skiing, and I'm tempted to see how they feel skiing too, because I think having that support could be a nice thing. But I know some people have fractured femurs wearing braces, and some people have exploded their knees not wearing braces. And almost certainly the reverse is true too. People have probably, fractured femurs not wearing braces and exploded their knees wearing braces. I'm sure it's possible. And so again, it comes down to personal judgment at some point. I'm a nurse, just so you know my background, and I have a good close friend who's an orthopedic surgeon, and I've talked with him about it a little bit, and have my own experience with injuries and my own kind of medical training. And I made my decision based on all of that stuff. And so if you want to really nerd out, you could go on to Google Scholar, and you can type in motorcycle knee braces, and there are actually peer-reviewed studies. Some are still in process on there, and you can go through that. I didn't go through that, but I have seen people say, I did my research, and people throw around that word research very lightly. So there's different levels to research, of course. So Do as much or as little as you want, and then make a good informed decision. Okay, so on to the knee braces here. So I'm, strapping these on. They mount up really easy. There's a 4-strap system. The straps are numbered 1 through 4 in the order that you're supposed to put them on. You want to put them on with your knee pretty straight and do the first 2 up fairly tight, so it stays in place. And then after doing the first 2, I like to often flex my knee a little bit, make sure it's still lined up, and then I'll do the next 2. And then once it's all kind of on, go back and restrap everything nice and snug, and that will help keep the brace lined up. I've been out on these pod braces many times now, and I've not had any issues with the braces moving up or down. I've not had any issues with it cutting off my circulation. It does leave some strap marks when you take them off at the end of the day, but that's kind of to be expected. In I'm wearing the I guess you'd call them, my riding buddy calls them my stockings, but they're the pod brace leg sleeves that go underneath, and they prevent chafing, and then they kind of fold over the top to keep the straps from catching on stuff, and they work pretty good. I'm also wearing my protective shorts here. They're force field. I think they're CE2 rated armored shorts, and I wear those when I ride. So I have them on in this video just to show. Again, the pods go on really easy, and once they're on, they're really comfortable. Actually, I thought I would be worried that they would can be too bulky, or kind of be distracting, but I really, aside from when I first put them on, I hardly even noticed they're there. And as you'll see, I can bend my knee perfectly. I can go down to a kneeling position without issue. The kneecap protector on these floats a little bit off your knee, so there's a little air gap in there, which is kind of nice for ventilation. And it also gives that, more importantly, the impact protection. So if you fall, you have hard plastic plus a little space to deflect that energy of a fall. I can bend down, I can jump, I can kick, I can do everything an 8-bit Nintendo video game character could do. So 2 big thumbs up for the used version 1 of the Pod K8 knee braces. And if you look around, you'll still see them from time to time. I just saw that a website called MX Locker had a set recently for the $200 range. So it's a good, affordable way to get top end protection and protect your joints going forward. If you enjoyed this review, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I look forward to making more content of motorcycle riding, gear, my thoughts on all of the above and more. Thank you.